In the heart of ancient Iraq, beneath the ruins of a 5,000-year-old temple, archaeologists drilled into the earth expecting stone, clay, or bedrock. Instead, their instruments cut through something no one anticipated. A perfectly compacted layer of pure sand, 1 meter thick, buried deep beneath a sacred foundation. It should not have been there. The temple belonged to the Sumerians, one of the first civilizations in human history. They built cities before most of the world understood agriculture. They invented writing. They mapped the stars. They created laws. And they raised temples they believed connected heaven and earth. When modern researchers began examining the structure, their goal was simple: understand how it was engineered. But what they found beneath it transformed a routine excavation into a mystery. Geologists quickly confirmed something strange. The region surrounding the temple does not naturally produce isolated sand layers at that depth. There was no sign of flooding, no ancient river shift, no desert encroachment pattern that could explain it. The sand had been placed there intentionally. That raises a haunting question. Why would an ancient civilization transport and bury an entire meter of sand beneath a temple, only to seal it forever? Moving that volume of sand in 3000 BCE would have required coordination, labor, and purpose. This was not accidental. This was design. Some scholars suggest a structural reason. Sand can absorb vibration. It can stabilize foundations. Perhaps the Sumerians understood soil mechanics in ways we underestimate. But if this were purely practical, we would expect to find similar layers beneath every structure. We do not. Which leads to a more intriguing possibility. In Mesopotamian belief, creation began in chaos. Before the gods shaped the world, there was a primordial sea, a vast, undefined abyss. From that chaos emerged order, civilization, humanity. What if the sand represented that original chaos? What if every temple was symbolically built upon it? Imagine the ritual meaning. Each time they raised a sacred structure, they were reenacting the birth of the cosmos. Chaos beneath, order above. A physical reminder that stability rests upon forces unseen. And then, something even stranger emerged. Similar sand foundations have been identified in other ancient sites across the region. In parts of Egypt. In distant areas connected to early trade routes. Civilizations separated by vast distances, yet possibly sharing symbolic architectural concepts. Was this coincidence? Or was there an exchange of sacred knowledge far earlier than historians assumed? The Sumerians were not isolated. They traded across rivers and deserts. They carried goods, stories, and beliefs. It is possible that what we are seeing beneath this temple is not just engineering. It is ideology carved into the ground itself. There is another interpretation, one less comfortable. Some researchers propose that the sand marked a boundary, a spiritual barrier between worlds. Temples were not just places of worship, they were gateways, points where priests claimed to communicate with divine beings. By placing a layer of sand beneath the structure, they may have been symbolically separating the human realm from the divine. A threshold, a liminal space. If that is true, then this discovery changes how we see early civilization. These were not primitive builders experimenting blindly. They were intentional thinkers embedding cosmology into architecture, encoding belief into stone and soil. The sand layer forces us to confront something deeper. The ancient world may have understood symbolism at a scale we barely recognize today. Their temples were not just buildings. They were philosophical statements, physical expressions of how they believed the universe was structured. And for 5,000 years, that message remained hidden beneath our feet. Modern technology uncovered it by accident. A drill piercing through layers of history. A reminder that even after centuries of study, the past still holds secrets that challenge our assumptions. We often think of ancient civilizations as stepping stones toward modernity. But discoveries like this suggest something else. They were not merely surviving, they were contemplating existence itself. Why bury a meter of sand beneath a temple? Because to them, foundations were not just physical, they were cosmic. And perhaps the most unsettling part of all is this. How many other structures around the world hide similar layers? How many ancient builders encoded meaning into their foundations, knowing future generations might never see it? The temple still stands in ruin today, weathered by time, silent beneath the Iraqi sun. Yet under its base lies a deliberate act of faith, engineering, and symbolism.